Okay, round 2, stage 1. Yeah, so that was quick. We thought Red are doing well here, doing well, and they kind of forgot to keep an eye on the last point. Can be done with this game, to be fair. I do it all the time. Not so much streaming, being recorded, but we sent it to YouTube. That's the gist.
Yeah, that was a classic example of just using Bunk Scout to the absolute most potential. I mean, one person off of a team, if you lose one scout and they're just chilling out at the back, you probably still are going to be okay. And that was a really, really nice tactic to see. I mean, I saw that bump go off, and no one really bothered with it. And I was hoping that was what was going to happen.
I think that blue team had so much time they could afford to waste it one scout like that. But now it's a weapon, the tables are turned. And Keitsu there is got Uber and is blocking the front door with his girth. But yeah, who's that sentry? I think Luke there trying to make it work. It doesn't work. Raiders actually putting up a bit of quite a rabid resistance here. They are fending off everybody coming out, but it's looking a bit herthy. You know what I mean by hard defending, don't you?
Do you mean basically balls to the wall, everybody stuck right at the start of the spawn point?
Yeah, that's the thing. The problem is with that, I tend to find it doesn't usually work. After a time, simply red dies out too hard and blue comes out, like here. I mean, it's not looking good. I think red have basically lost all their defences if I've got a 20-second respawn time. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, that certainly did work for the first sort of, I guess, what was that, about a minute and a half, maybe a minute. But yeah, now blue are out in force now, so red are going to struggle to keep this first point.
Yeah, they're going to struggle, but maybe there's a few good holdouts here and there. And Goodspeed comes in with a flosh from behind. And, oh, it's not looking good. Oh, he's out there with a flosh. He's burning everything. Hide your kids, hide your wife. He's burning them all. And yeah, that was nice work there from Goodspeed. Gets in there, irritates the point completely. But now, this is where, you know, is this team going to sort itself out? Now, I'm not sure what Abzak was doing there, but I think it was spy work, but he kind of ran in front of the heavy while doing it.
Oh, there's an Uber on the point, or rather there was an Uber on the point, and it shut down.
Yeah, shut down, but this is the thing though, the problem with this point is that you can take so many casualties until it finally goes. I mean, red are really struggling here. So much struggle.
Yeah, this is looking very good for blue.
Yep, that was nicely done. But to be fair though, red were actually throwing themselves at that point, and they did a reasonably good job considering round 2. Now, I'm going to look at teams. Actually, one thing I am seeing, both teams are quite balanced, actually, for the time being. Blue, or well, actually no, saying that, blue are going for another massive aggressive attack for the time being.
Yeah, I think for the position that they're in, both teams have got a pretty good loadout as it is at the moment. And I mean, last round, very, very rarely do you actually, you know, manage to defend the first point of Bestbowl. The fact that they've got like an achievement for it kind of proves the fact that it wasn't really meant to happen.
I kind of agree. I agree with you quite hard on that one. I mean, the thing is, for the time being, we are seeing blue teams generally wading in and winning here. I'm not sure how you're supposed to stop them. Maybe a good coordinated sentry defense, better players. I am not sure, but it seems as if every charge goes in seems to work. If you can break that charge, put them into a trickle mode, you might be better off.
2, 1.
But one thing we are seeing here, that we're seeing much better coordinated defense than the last red team.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that we've got people covering every exit rather than just sort of spattering themselves around the map regardless of where the gameplay is going on. Yeah, red this time are doing a lot better than last time.
Now, the thing I did see, that sentry is staying alive, but the arcing motion of those grenades just didn't work. He tried to latch onto a surface, they kept going over the top. But eventually he got taken down. It wasn't going to last that long.
I have to admit though, it's nice to see a sentry in a place that actually sort of seems worth it. I mean, a lot of the time you'll see it go into like the barn or something like that, but the point isn't in view of the inside of the barn, so it's kind of a moot point really. I don't quite get why a lot of NGs opt for there.
Yeah, no. Ideally, you open the doorway really, where it covers the point and covers the stairs and everything. Ideally, actually, your sentry's there to protect your teleporter. Yeah, I'm a teleporter first, man. Because there's nothing else like to save your point or some other guys to do it for you. Saying one thing though, I'm looking at Fast Scar there. Tricky bugger, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, that's it's interesting, but it's working.
Yeah, he's making that work. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Heavy is a good ambush class. And you know, blue team so far for the time being, they are having problems. I think an Uber went in against them, and that is proving a little problematic.
Something I really like on this map actually is if you can get a medic behind you and a Phlogistinator Pyro, this first area is brilliant. But yeah, no chance now because blue have taken it.
No, Fast Guy tried doing it. Unfortunately, got rumbled. Maybe it was us. Maybe it was Observancy. But it was way too many guys coming at that point anyway. Now, for this part of the game, though, in my opinion, what Red needs to be doing is setting up sentries on the battlements over those two stores there and on the concrete ledge there. If you can get sentry up in those locations, this is a pig to take. Now, from the looks of it...
Yeah, I have to admit, too often we tend to see, like, you know, maybe like a team of like 2 or 3 engineers and they'll build all in the same spot. Ideally, what you want is that, you know, even if an Uber comes through, it can only take out one or the other, not both.
Yep, that's the thing. They've nicely spread themselves out here without detailing their positions too much. That's the thing. I mean, this actually for me is a terrible... This first section of the second point is a horrible area to attack in. And, you know, this red team looks like they're doing a good job. They're actually counter-attacking pretty well from the looks of it. Blue team are barely making their way through.
Yeah, really what it comes down to is just the fact that this whole area, red pretty much has consistently the higher ground. So if you've got soldiers and heavies and stuff, then, you know, you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah, I'm looking at red team. They're defending all the tunnels. They're doing a really good job at this. You know, although there's the one obvious tunnel they do need to be taking. You know, this blue team. And that's the reason we have that one-way gated area. I mean, if you take that, get a sentry in there and teleporter, yeah, you get up to the front. But the fool's thing is, you basically only attack that tunnel and that's it, you're stuck. You've got to go around the other side as well. But there goes the Ubers. Making it work. It didn't work. No, that guy with the Wrangler there is doing a nice job. He's actually saving a lot of damage. Cosmic Utensil again. I don't know what it is. It's always the guys with the funniest, weirdest, best name in the server that tend to actually be reasonably good players.
Yeah, I don't know which correlates to which. Whether when you play good, you get a good name, or when you have a good name, you just play well.
Maybe it's a creativity inspiration thing. Usually the players that with the best creativity are usually the ones best to find solutions. Because in a strange way, a lot of it comes down to Twitch reflexes, but a lot of it does come down to actually thinking about how do I take this out. And, you know, it's not herder go sniper all the time. It's sometimes, you know what, you need to approach it in a sneaky manner.
Yeah, I have to admit, I really love it when you see players going for a dynamic approach. You know, rules of thumb are great, but they're rules of thumb, they're not rules. You know, if you can think outside the box and play slightly differently to what someone might expect, then that's always the best way.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you might want to consider with this map, I mean, Bonk Scout. There were defences at the front, why not at the back?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Bonk Scout on red to shut down blue, any sort of like blue teleport or anything like that, that would be fantastic.
Well, yeah, as blue as well. If they actually get in and get around the point, all those sentries at the front are useless, you know. Yeah, just trolling there for you. And there goes the Uber again. There's a second attempt. He switched targets. And he's using the, yes, was it short circuit. That completely ruined that attempt. But one took enough from Paradora there, just takes it down. However, I mean, look at this guy. This guy's building up like a pro. He's doing that weird dodgy engineer dance. Don't know why. I mean, I hate that kind of thing. It's like, I'm just going to dodge unnecessarily for no reason. In case snipers or spies or something. You're moving backwards and forwards. You're going to get stabbed. Now, in any case. Okay. Nikeo Acid there tries to basically spy his way through the engineer there. Not easy. Or recommended.
Yeah, it's not going to work on an area where there's so many red players. I mean, you know, you may get one kill, but with this many red players stuck in one area, you're not going to last long.
Now, if you really want to take down the sentry, you might want to consider using a lock and load. I mean, 2 shots of that might just be able to get... The thing is, actually, with the Wrangler, it can be a bit of a reflex move to quick change to that, but if you can get it in time, it won't go up in you won't be able to use the shield up in time, and that might just give you the edge.
Yeah, the lock and load is ideal because, I mean, even if there's an NG stood behind a sentry, chances are the splash damage will kill him anyway.
Yep. There goes another Uber. It's obvious again. Asbak's trying to support him. He's switching targets again. I don't know what it is with this guy. Don't switch targets mid-Uber. I mean, he's trying to go for gold here, and you really, you know, he needs to stick with one of them. And actually, here's the other thing. One of the engineers is using a short circuit. That's not going to work. Maybe a heavy would do the job. Come out underneath, get in and around it, and you'll take out the one above the doors. And there's barely anything you can do against that. But the thing is, though, as much as that happens, you know, blue team needs to come out as well. They can't keep kind of letting you do the work.
Yeah, it's been pretty much maybe, what, 2 or 3 blue players that we've seen most of the time. I think it's, what is it, Peter and... I can't remember who the demo man was. I think it was the name with... confusing name chap.
Yeah, confusing name guy. I'm not even sure it's Welsh. Seriously, I have no idea.
Opigufut.
Is that like a Welsh version of Arabic or something? Because that must be the hardest language to pronounce. Oh, it's looking good though. I mean, look at blue team. They took one sentry down, and oh, okay. I think they're trying to come back here. It's looking reasonable. Oh, what is this? Surprise capery. Okay, now that's gonna start giving red-brown trousers time. And there, okay, now the spy there went to down Chewy AG. Now he did a classic error. He tried stabbing him. Now, what you want to do is actually just whip out the revolver and just shoot him a few times. That'll get rid of him.
Yeah, and if you've got time as well, carry on shooting the buildings. I mean, if you can take it down faster, especially with NGs working so well together on this map to sort of heal other people's buildings and stuff. You know, take it down as fast as you can.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, that's the thing, actually. In some ways, that's what's the benefit of the standard sapper over the new one, is that you can just simply shoot them down now without having to wait for a timer. But, you know, red are back up again. I mean, blue are having such a hard time with this. Once they take down one sentry, you need to take down another quick succession and then claim the entire area. If they do that, they stand a chance.
Yeah, ideally what they need to be doing is throwing out 2 Ubers very, very close to each other and, you know, coordinating themselves so they know which Uber is going to attack which sentry.
No, they're trying to squirmish their way. Oh, they actually did it though. Nice work. Can they get the second? It's looking... Oh, there's an Uber. It's on a pyro. This is a weird choice. Okay, can he burn it? It's looking good! Okay, they're on for a push. Oh, come on. They need to do this. I need one more sentry to go. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. Oh my god, look at this though. That's a push and a half. That is going through. Pan sniper can do
all
nothing.
red dead. Yep.
That was a push. I have to say, man, that's one of the best pushes I've ever seen.
Yeah, that worked very, very nicely, yeah. Pretty much as soon as I said it as well, 2 Ubers came out.
Mission